Welcome.
Welcome. Oh.
We got another story, almost said movie, story from r slash nosleep. This one's called The River Woman. This is quite short actually, so shouldn't be too long of a video today.
Yeah, honestly, I think this is the shortest one we've actually read so far.
Oh yeah.
We got some new stuff coming up. We got a collaboration coming up in our next one here that we're
Oh
excited to
yeah.
do. That one should be a longer series. We're not sure if we're gonna do it in one or if we're gonna do it in two parts yet. We're still trying to figure that out.
Yeah.
We're working on a proper intro now, so you guys can
Yup.
actually get an intro, which is gonna be cool. And we got some new like music overlay, which we're gonna use in this. So let me know what you
Oh
guys think
spooky.
about that, because we're trying to get some new stuff into these videos and up the quality of them as we go. So, anyways, let's dive into the River Woman.
Oh yeah, I just love diving into the River Woman.
You see what I did there?
I did. I did see. Okay. People often tell me that the stories that my family carries could fill a book or a whole TV series. Sometimes I agree. Sometimes I still don't believe half of what we've lived through myself. This story is one of those. Is one of those. It's something that happened to my father when he was just a boy, in the same small town where the Whistling Man story took place. Oh, we might have to read that one. He told it to my siblings and me one night, his voice trembling, his eyes distant, like he was seeing it unfold all over again. Take it how you will, he said, but it's something I'll never forget. When my father was a kid, he was one of 9 children. Second youngest, he was small, quick, and restless, always wandering around the neighborhood or by the river, finding things to do when the house felt too loud. He used to tell us that back then, life was simpler. The houses were spread far apart, that the streets unpaved, and most homes didn't even have electricity. Only a handful of people had televisions. Those old black and white sets with dials you had to twist just to find a channel. Oh, channel, God, hiccups. One of those people was Don Julio, a quiet man who lived near the riverbank. Every evening, he would open his window so the neighborhood kids could watch the flickering images through the glass.
It became a ritual. As the sun sank, the kids would gather outside his window, sitting in the dirt, whispering, laughing, their faces glowing in the dim light of the TV screen. We didn't even care what was on, my father said. Just watching those moving shadows felt like magic. The Friday afternoon started the same way, except the sky darkened faster than usual. Clouds rolled in from the east, swallowing the last of the sun. The air felt strange, heavy, charged, like something was waiting to happen. Pumice.
Tumas? Yeah.
I think she missed an H.
Yeah.
Thomas, the boy who lived next door to my father, nudged him. I'm leaving, he said. If it gets dark, my mother would kill me. The other kids nodded and began to scatter. At that time, there were rumors going around, children disappearing, strange figures seen by the river at night. Somebody knew what to believe. Nobody. Nobody knew what to believe. I don't know how I saw somebody there. But everyone was careful to get home before dark. Tumis asked my father to walk with him, but my father refused. That might be the name, I don't know.
Might be.
I didn't want to go home, he told us quietly. My dad had just come back from the army. He drank all day, and he was mean when he did. He thought for a second, his expression tightening, so I stayed behind. I told myself if I go too late, my mum would come and get me anyway. He watched the TV a while longer, though he wasn't really paying attention. His thoughts drifted like the river like the river nearby. Then Don Julio leaned out the window. Mijo, he said softly. Oh God. Okay,
Spanish.
she translated it.
You gotta try it. You gotta
I'm
try it
not
at least.
trying that.
Yeah.
Crio
Fair.
Q es hora Q tibas atu casca casa.
Yeah. Yeah.
Son, I think it's time you head home. My father nodded. Está bien, Don Julio. He picked up his old soccer ball and started walking. He saw Don Julio close the window, the light flicker out, the air seemed to thicken the moment the light vanished. But instead of heading home, my father sat down by the riverbank, just a few steps away from Don Julio's house. He wanted to wait, to breathe, to stay out just a little longer. He told us that the moon that night was bright enough to touch the water. That's cool. It made
Pretty
everything
cool.
glow in the pale yellow white light, like the world was half awake. He said the sound came suddenly, a scream, sharp, high, terrified. He jumped to his feet. His first instinct wasn't fear, it was curiosity. Maybe someone was hurt. Maybe a dog, maybe he didn't know. He started walking toward the sound, soccer ball tucked under his arm. The scream came again, closer now, echoing between the houses. That's when he saw movement. Something breaking through the bushes that lined the river. A woman, completely naked, running.
Oh.
Her hair wild, her skin glinting. Glinting?
Yep.
Yeah, glinting pale in the moonlight. I was a kid, my father said, his voice catching. I didn't understand what I was seeing. My body just moved on its own. He dove into the tall grass and grew along the river's wall, flattening himself against the dirt. Through the blades, he could see her stumbling, her bare feet slapping against the ground. And then he saw why she was slowing down. Blood. Dark streaks running down her legs. Oh, yuck. Pooling from a wound in her stomach. With every step she took, a red footprint bloomed on the dirt. She was just a few meters away when the bushes behind her rustled again. A man emerged, also naked, holding a knife. I'll never forget that knife, my father said. It looked like it belonged in a kitchen, but longer, heavier. He was holding it like he used it before. The man caught up to her easily. My father passed his face into the ground.
Pressed.
Pressed his face into the ground. Watching through the grass, frozen. The woman turned. He said she made a sound that didn't even sound human anymore. And the man drove the knife into her back. She fell forward, screaming. He kept stabbing. Over and over, until the screams turned into gurgles and then silence. The only sound left were the man's ragged breathing and the faint ripple of the river. My father said he didn't move. Not when the man pulled the knife free, not when he stepped over the woman's body and disappeared back through the bushes. He stayed there, face down in the dirt, too scared to breathe, until he was sure the man was gone. Then he ran. He ran the whole half-mile home, barefoot, still clutching his soccer ball. When he burst into the house, his mother was there. His father wasn't. She was lying on the floor, bruised and silent, a wet cloth pressed to her hit lip. She asked where he'd been. He told her everything, every word. She cried, angry, afraid, and relieved all at once. Angry that he had been out so late. Sad that he'd been seeing something so horrible. He'd? Yeah, sad that he'd
Yeah.
seen something so horrible. And thankful that he hadn't gone looking for him that night. That she hadn't gone looking for him that night. Why would she be thankful? But I guess.
She was probably.
Yeah.
She could have been murdered or whatever.
Yeah. Because she realized something my father had too. If she had gone to fetch him, she might have been the one bleeding by the river. The next morning, police came to the house. The story had already spread. A woman's body had been found near the river. They questioned my father. He told them what he saw. The newspaper wrote about it a few days later. They didn't use names, just called her. You can read that one. You got that.
La Mujer del Rio. Yeah! I got this. There were others after her. Bodies found in similar places. Always near the water. It took years before they caught the man. He wasn't from our town, my father said. They said he worked at a ranch not far from there. Quiet man. Friendly. Nobody would have guessed. He stared off when he said that, eyes dark, hands trembling. I used to think about her, he said, about how she ran, about how close she was to me, about how I didn't do anything because I was just a kid. What could I have done? When my father finished telling us the story that night, there was a long silence. The room felt small, heavy. His eyes glistened in the dim kitchen light. And then, almost too casually, he said, "Who wants ice cream?" We all nodded, still trying to breathe. That was that. But the image of him, this big, fearless man, suddenly small again, stayed with me. It explained so much. Why my father, who once hunted crocodiles in Florida, who caught snakes with his bare hands, who made us jump from high rocks into the river for fun, was terrified of the dark. Why even now, as an adult, when he asks me to go somewhere with him at night, I don't ask questions. I just grab my keys and go. Because I know what the dark has already shown him, and I know some things, once seen, never leave you. Sometimes when we sit outside on warm nights and I hear a faint sound of the river in the distance, I wonder how many ghosts that water carries. Screams, footsteps, whispers, echoes of what my father saw. And I understand why even the bravest men keep one light burning. That
Ooh.
wasn't too bad. It
That
was a
was
good little
pretty.
short
Yeah, that
one.
was cool. It was very short and snappy.
Short and snappy.
I was definitely expecting like a ghost story. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
there is a type of creature. I think it's from Chinese folklore that like hangs out in the rivers and stuff. And it's Chinese or Japanese. I can't remember what it's
The little
called.
turtle thing?
Yeah,
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. They got like a bowl of water on their, or indented
yeah.
in their head or some shit.
I can't remember what it's called, but it was kind of like
Kappas. That's what
I
they're
was
called.
wondering if it was gonna be kind of like that, but
I thought it was just gonna be like, since it's the River Woman, I thought it was gonna be like a I don't know, some kind of like river hag or some shit that was gonna like
yeah,
drag someone into the river.
that'd be pretty cool.
But
I'm not gonna
but
lie.
this is more like something that could actually just something that just happens in real life. This is just something that
Yeah,
happens.
it was still
A
cool.
murderer.
I
Yeah.
definitely wanted supernatural stuff, but that's just because I like that stuff. But
Yeah.
I still thought it was really cool.
Yeah. I enjoyed it.
But yeah, sorry that was a pretty short one today, but we'll be back tomorrow probably. We're gonna start the
Hopefully
series.
tomorrow.
I'm thinking tomorrow.
Yeah, with
But
the collab with PK ASMR,
yeah, I hope you
our
guys
boy.
enjoyed and let us know what you think of the new music we're gonna use and all that. But
Yup.
anyways, goodbye.
Goodbye.